Hey class, Lieutenant Commander Street back here, and for NIFENAV, today we're going to be doing a video on the high-speed index. This one just from Chapter 3. I know that you're familiar with high-speed index, but there might be some questions from the exam or maybe just some practice, and you're not certain whether or not the question is one that you'd want to use the high-speed index for. So I have a few examples here that just came up on the fly here. And first off, I want to show you what the normal standard rate looks like. So there's the 1 hour or 60, right? And you're going to put that under the ground speed if this is a speed equation, right? Or if it's a fuel flow, then you're going to put it under the pounds per hour. Okay, so if it's like 450 pounds per hour, you put it there. If it's 450 knots, you put it there. And this is per hour in minutes because it's 60 minutes. And then so for high speed index, we have 36, which is again 60 minutes times 60 for seconds. So 60 seconds times 60 minutes equals an hour of seconds. So that's what 36 is. Okay. And so you'll just put that under the same unit. So if it was 450 miles per hour, you're still going to do it. You're still going to get the right answer. It's just the answer is going to be in seconds, whatever you're solving for. So if you do 45 over 36, whatever answer you get is in seconds. And depending on what the scenario is, that's what you want. You might be going a small amount of distance, a small amount of time, or very high rate of speed. If the question adds seconds into the question, or the answers that you see on the test are using seconds, maybe something to think about using a high-speed index. And you should make that decision early. Okay, so if anything and you're not certain, try standard rate. And then when you're getting units that are just too big for you or too tricky to try to estimate what the real answer is, or to see what the real answer is because it's a broken minute or something like that, then maybe think about using high-speed index. Okay, so I'll give you a couple examples here, and the three examples I have here is one involves a ground speed and a small amount of distance. Okay, so your ground speed is decently fast. This is the striker. This is a fast speed for like your jets. So but definitely doable. And so for 540, you can just put that. You find that, and when you do, then you just go ahead and put the high-speed index underneath it, right? And then for 3 nautical miles, we just turn it to 3. Oh, there it is. And then you would get your answer. It says 20. I don't know. It's either 20 seconds, 200 seconds. Not certain. Except for if we do estimation, we're better off, right? So don't forget about estimation, right? You're going to get a number here. Not certain if that's 20 seconds or 200 seconds. So what you're going to do is remember your ratios. So 540 over, and it might be easier to do the standard rate because that's 60. Is equal to 3 over x. Okay, so 540 over 60 using the rule of 60 is 9 over 1. And if you're not familiar, please do the multiplication table of 60, and you can find that. So if it's 9 to 1, that means that 3 to x, this is 1/3 of 9, right? So 1/3 of a minute is equal to 20 seconds. Okay, so we know then that our answer is going to be 20 seconds. Excellent. So, all right, we got the first one done. Now the second one, 23 nautical miles in 2 minutes and 17 seconds. Okay, so you're given minutes and seconds. You can estimate using minutes and then solve with seconds, right? And that seems fairly reasonable, right? So you don't know what your ground speed is from this, so you just put ground speed over distance. So, over time in an hour. So we'll do minutes. Try that out. And then we're trying to figure out, 23 on the top, and then 2 minutes and 17 seconds. We won't put 17 in here because we're only talking in minutes here. So you can break 17 into decimal minutes. So using the rule of 60, again, you can say that 17 is close to 18, and that's 0.3 of a minute. So you put that there. And so this is just an estimate, but look at that similarity there. So you have you basically have a 10-to-1 ratio. And so what you have here is 10-to-1, okay? And so that means that this number should be about 600 because it's a 10-to-1 ratio, okay? That's pretty cool. So let's try that out. And I know it's not exact because we had around at 0.3, but we're really close. So let's see what we get. So let's try 23, 21, 22, 23, okay? And then we're going to put, we'll put standard rate in there. We can't. Let's stop there for a second, okay? We haven't figured out that what our seconds are yet, have we? So we got to stop. 2 minutes times 60 is 120 seconds, or yeah, 120 seconds, right? And then plus 17 seconds. So it's really 137 is what we're looking for, or 13.7 on our whiz wheel. All right. So it's going to be 23 over 137. Okay. So let's do that. And so sorry for breaking that up there, but I just wanted to make a point. 1, 2, 3 over 137. Oh, excuse me. 137. Okay. So there it is. So there's 130, and then 137 is right there, and I just got to make sure that it lines right up on 23. And there's 23, 21, 22, 23. All right. So always want to double check that. A couple times. It's like measuring before cutting. Measure twice, cut once, right? So there you go. So you have that set up. Now you have 23 over 137. Now you're going to not go into standard rate because that's hours in minutes. And so we go to 36 for seconds and for hour and seconds. So we're going over here. And just like we thought it was going to be around 600, it's between 600 and 610. Okay, we're getting bracket over here. This is 70. This is or 700. This is 600. This is 610, 620, 630. So this is about 605 nautical miles. Cool. All right, next we have 1 mile at 173 knots. Okay, and they're going to ask what the time is. Okay. So it was the time to do 1 mile at 173 knots. Okay, so to do that, we're gonna have to figure out what the equation looks like because at this point I'm thinking, okay, this is ground speed, so 173. Let's just say over 60. So I can break that ratio down pretty well, and then you have over here 1 nautical mile over x. Like, this is going to be a small value if you think about it, because you're going to break this down. If this is this looks like about a 3-to-1 ratio, right? You guys would agree. The rule of 60 is if you times this by 3, 180 is right here. This would be a 3-to-1 ratio. So if that's the case, then this has to be divided by 3-1. So it's going to be about 0.33 minutes. Okay, so it's really a third of a minute. A third of a minute is 20 seconds. So or 0.33 does not turn out pretty well on your whiz wheel, or 20 seconds, much better. Okay, so we're going to do high speed index for this. So we got to remember to turn in 36 underneath 173. So let's do that. 173 over 36. Okay, you can tell you got 170, 172, 173 right there. Okay, and now that that's set up over the high speed index, then we're going to go to, on the numerator, we're going to go to 1. So we're looking for 1, it's back here, which is 10. And then we look for this answer here. We know it's going to be around 20 seconds. Sure enough, it's close to 21. So it's between 20 and 21, and by bracketing, and then it's closer to 21 because it is. So you round it to 21. The answer is 21 seconds. Cool. There's 3 examples there for you. Situations where you want to go high-speed index. It's always good to remember your guidelines and the reasons why you want to use high-speed index. Hope this video helps you guys out as you're studying. And if you have any questions, text your instructor. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.